Welcome back, Chiefs Kingdom. How's it feel? How's it feel? Let me know in the chat, how do you feel about your Chiefs right now? After last week's big win over the Detroit Lions, a game where it was offense against offense, our defense stepped up a little better. They started getting nicked up and losing guys. Our quarterback against their quarterback, our running backs were getting involved. Big win. This week, division rival. Stayed with the run, balanced attack. First shutout, not since 2011, like a lot of people are saying. You had to go playoffs, regular season. First shutout since the January 2016 in the playoffs at the Houston Texans. This team right now, with all the wide receivers in effect, opening up space and lanes for Kelsey, opening up space for Noah Gray down the sideline, the running backs getting room to play. Your Kansas City Chiefs just put the whole league on notice. I'm going to go ahead and put everyone in X on notice because I'm going to go ahead and post this on X because I don't think it's up there yet.
Going on, Chiefs Kingdom.
I'm sure it's not. My other shows, my earlier shows up there.
Coming at you.
Earlier today. I'm very happy. I'm not going to lie. This is kind of what we've been waiting to see since the beginning of the season. We were deprived of this early on because somebody decided to be selfish. Somebody decided to go and do something that wasn't really Chief-like. Is this live showing me or not? There I am. Yeah.
Do something.
That accident, that Rashee Rice accident, robbed us of multiple weeks of what we saw today. Everything happens for a reason, of course. And hopefully the reason was to keep him fresh. I don't know what the reason was for Worthy to get smashed into by Kelsey in week 1, but that put us on a little bit of a teeter. Lost that game. Kelsey tipped to the Eagles, lost that game. One-score games. And you win some, win a couple, and lose to the Jags, who we should have beat. Surprisingly, get 13 penalties to their 4. Happens. It happens. You have games where, for whatever reason, the team's not disciplined. The team's making mistakes. And the refs see that a few times, and they start calling everything. And before you know it, you're behind the 8 ball. And you lose a football game that you should have won. I do believe they should have beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. They did not. That puts us behind the 8 ball a little bit in the playoff seeding. So right now, there's a couple of teams we've got to climb over. One of those being the Chargers, who we're tied with in record, but they've got a half game on us because they beat us head up. We get them again this season. Buffalo Bills are coming up. They've been having a rough go for a minute. Don't think they're not going to be ready when they play us. But this Chiefs team today, putting the post game up on X. Let's chop it up. I'm sure there's some people still awake, still excited. First shutout since 2016. It's crazy. I'm still up here in the mountains till tomorrow. Excited, good times. Had a great day today with the film team. We all had a big meal at the armorer's house, the guy who handles the weapons for the set. It was a very safe set. And got to listen to some amazing music. It was pretty cool. This wonderfully talented singer. She sang some alopecia music for us. It's pretty cool. Posted things up. Okay. So turn this volume down so it doesn't blast out over top of things on the screen. I got my monitor on so I can see what's happening. If anybody starts to chat or whatnot, we can can see it. Just limited here with my my mountain signal. But it's good. It's all good. The powerhouse is coming back. Wednesday, we'll be at my home. So we'll have our transitions back. We'll have our startup show. We'll have our pause screen. We won't have this blurry, weird. Hey, look, there's my kitchen behind me. See it? In this cabin up in the woods. This team was so awesome. Let's go ahead and look at some of their stats. Let's go ahead and look at some of their stats because it's fun. Chiefs versus Raiders, baby. Rivalry game that wasn't much of a rivalry today. I'll tell you that. My buddy called me, or texted me rather. It's a big Raider fan. My buddy Casey Kelly's been on the show before a couple times. And he texted me when we were up 7. And he was watching the game. He goes, I think we're going to get housed today. I think it's going to be a rout. You guys are just all over us. And all over them we were. 434 yards to 95. 95 total yards we gave up to the Raiders. Our most hated division rival did not crack 100 yards. 70 yards passing, 25 yards rushing. They got a fantastic running back. He did not get chances to carry the ball. That's good for us. They were missing their star tight end. They were missing their number 1 wide receiver. And they didn't give their best weapon on the field chances to beat us, which was awesome. Coach that way all the time. 0 for 7 on third down they were. They had 3 first downs all game to our 30. How often does a team have 10 times as many first downs? We had 1 more point than we had first downs, and we scored 31 points. It's crazy. Fourth down, we were 1 of 2. They were 0-1. That's 1 takeaway. Each team got 1 sack. They punted the ball 6 times. We punted it 3. All post Patrick Mahomes time. We'll get into that. 8 penalties for them, 5 for us. They lost 1 fumble. So we had 2 takeaways and 1 sack. I thought we'd need more than that. We did not. We dominated them all the way to the tune of, get this, time of possession differential. We had 42 minutes and 8 seconds. They had the ball for 17 minutes and 52 seconds. You do that to a team, they cannot win. You are 99.999999999 to infinity % chance of winning that football game. Let's go ahead and look at the player stats. Patrick Mahomes, once again, over 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. 26 to 35 for 286 and 3 tutties. He also ran 4 times for 28 yards. Isaiah Pacheco and Rashard Smith carried the rock 29 times between them. For Pacheco, 57, and Smith, 39 yards, respectively. Pop had a touchdown. Kareem Hunt got a couple of key first downs, 4 carries for 18 yards, 4.5 yards per carry. He got his ankle nicked up a little bit. They had to tape him up, but he got back in there. Xavier Worthy came back after hurting his shoulder, got a one carry for 13 yards. And Gardner Minshew was 3 carries for -3 yards. That's Neil-Off's word in a football game. Travis Kelce, 3 catches for 54 yards. Led the team in yardage. Do you hear that? 54 yards was the leading receiver. Because we had 2 guys with 42 yards. We had 2 guys with 35 yards, 1 guy with 39 yards, a guy with 28, a guy with 14. If you're keeping track, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 receivers with plus yardage, and Pop had 1 catch for -3 yards. Hollywood Brown had another touchdown after getting 2 last week, and Rashee Rice had 2 this week and almost had a carry / would have been another pass, I guess, from Minshew when they had the double quarterback backfield. But I think it was Taylor. They said it was Caliendo, but I believe it was Taylor went offside, or false start rather. So that was that. Chris Jones got back on the board. Sack Nation, let's go. That was our only sack of the game. Didn't have a ton of tackles. Our leading tackler was Trent McDuffie with 4. Christian Roland Wallace had 2, and everybody else that got any had 1 each because they did not have the ball very much. Nico Remigio, 3 returns for 15 yards. Not much going on there. Harrison Butker was clean today. 1 field goal of 38 yards, and he had 4 singles. Matt Azaria wasn't punting all day long. Then when we were in one mop-up time. Get this, Patrick Mahomes went off the field in the 3rd quarter. Headset on, mop-up time. This is what I said at the beginning of the season. This is what I hope for. I want to see a bunch of games like this. I want to see a bunch of games where we are doing so well, the starters are getting rest on an almost weekly basis. This is the kind of team, this is the kind of dominance this team is capable of with the weapons that they have. Putting teams on their heels and then letting Sack Nation get after it, letting our corners cover guys and hopefully take the ball away more. Let's go ahead and look at another screen here. Close that one. And we're going to go ahead and share this screen because a lot of people are talking about our last shutout being at 2011 because they're talking about regular season. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to the last shutout. And it started a little something like this.
12 teams living the dream. The 11 best games of the year to crown one champion. Off we go with the playoffs. And Niall Davis will bring it out from 6 deep. Davis across the 50. Davis
Bye-bye.
Niall Davis starts the playoffs with a bang. 106 yards. Touchdown Chiefs. Whoa.
That was
Well
such a great
blocked,
day.
Mike. That's one way to shut the crowd out. An opening 105-yard return by Niall Davis, and Andy Reid
Patrick
loves it.
Mahomes was still playing at Texas
Empty
Tech.
backfield for 3rd and 8. Hoyer clutches, fires. That ball's intercepted. Is that Berry?
Interception.
Yes, it is.
By Eric
Berry with the interception, and just like their Week 1 meeting, we're gain 5. Couple tight ends here on 2nd and 5. And Smith rocket down the middle, deflected and intercepted by Brian Cushing. It was deflected on the defense's left often. Play pass, first down. Hoyer looking downfield, coming to the other side.
After Hopkins going to have a day.
Jump by Ford was legal. It was knocked out and free. Alan Bailey knocked it out. It's pinned up against Ontari.
Remember Alan Bailey?
Of the Chiefs.
Remember big Alan Bailey?
At the bottom of the
What a
pile.
beast that guy was. That was a team.
It belongs to down by Kareem Jackson.
Kelsey was a young dude.
From the 42.
Kelsey
Smith
stud
throws
plays
to the tight end.
all over the
Kelsey
place.
brings it in.
It was a good time, folks. Field goal.
Point lead.
Going along.
And that double to find Kelsey. So where the back blocks Watt on 2nd. Point lead 4. There's time to find Kelsey in front of the rookie nickel. Carbon copy. Cairo Santos
back then.
Alfred Blue. Found the crease. Blue a first down. Still going.
Play,
Blue 40. Blue 30. Working on Peters. Spins inside. Wow.
Here we go.
To you. Griffin's in
then,
short motion.
Josh Malga says,
Hoyer
nah.
standing underneath.
Hey, Josh Malga?
Red zone to Josh Malga.
Man,
Malga is on his feet and brought down at the 20-yard line this first half. 2nd and 9. Hoyer shot downfield. Nate Washington's overthrown. It's intercepted. That's a 3rd pick of the half. Marcus Peters turns. Peters at the 30 accelerates, gets to midfield, and he's brought down at the 47-yard line by the center.
So basically, that game was all Chiefs all day long.
A very ugly
wanted that field goal.
33 for a 3rd field goal.
And it finished 30-0. Our last shutout was 30-0. Today, I don't know if you guys know this or not. Today was Andy Reid's first regular season shutout. That's nuts. That's crazy. That's amazing. We double check because I want to make sure they're not just talking about the Chiefs. Because people make a lot of claims all the time. Did Andy Reid have a shutout as the Eagles head coach? No. What the heck? Let's remove that. Oh, add to stage. Remove that. Let's get to this one here. Yeah. I've got to break free. Stop that screen. I'm going to share this screen for you. This is crazy, guys. This is nuts. This is nuts. Andy Reid did not have a shutout as the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. While he had a very successful tenure with the team, records indicate that his first regular season shutout was achieved much later with the Kansas City Chiefs. And actually, yeah, I mean it's crazy. Also, that 2016 shutout over the Houston Texans in the playoffs was the first playoff shutout in over a decade in the NFL. That's how good that team was. Those near-miss teams that just couldn't get past Brady. That was a great team. We had a lot of great Chiefs teams over the year. We have the Chiefs team of anyone's generation right now. And we're living it, and I don't want them wasting a single down of Patrick Mahomes' career with guys that aren't up for the challenge. And they seem to have pieced together, well, not seem. They have the best receiving core he has ever had. As far as a complete receiving core, they have the best receiving core, and it's not close. When you go to second and third string guys, it's not close. Share this one with you guys. Stop that one and share this screen with you guys. It's just, I mean, for those that don't know, if you're new to Chiefs Kingdom, that game, that win, January 9th, 2016, at Houston, was our first playoff win in 22 years. That's how rough it was. Now, we had some, we'd been knocked out in later rounds. We'd been knocked out in AFC divisional rounds and things like that because we had buys, because we had such good records, and then we wouldn't win a single playoff game. We were ready to take the field. We get the bye, the cheap win, the free win, the easy win because we had a great effort that season, and then not move forward in the playoffs. It was so maddening being a Chiefs fan back then because the potential that was there was just crazy. And there were just so many good quarterbacks that weren't on our team. We had a very good quarterback. There was great quarterbacks elsewhere. That's the problem. That's what other teams are running into right now coming up against Patrick Mahomes. That's the snake bite that's hitting the Josh Allens, the Lamar Jacksons, the Joe Burrows. And even when Joe Burrow navigated around one time, Matthew Stafford, I'm better than you, Joe, comes in and the Rams take it for their second Super Bowl in their history. Super Bowl win. Crazy. I love it. That's Eric Berry. For those that don't know, number 29 with the bullet, Eric Berry shooting the arrow into the crowd. That was a heck of a player. That kid could have stayed healthy, man. Who knows what might have been. But we know what's going on right now. Oh, we know. We know. And it's all goodness. It's all goodness. It's all goodness graciousness right now. I got that stupid image in the background of the Eagles and the Chiefs Super Bowl as a reminder of what happened last year and what's not happening again. It's not happening again. Today, the Giants had the Broncos on the ropes, let them back in. Broncos had the huge comeback in the fourth quarter. Bo Nix is for real, guys. If you don't follow the Broncos and you're a Chiefs fan, pay a little closer attention. They're going to be a problem. Chargers, we already know they can play us tough. Raiders, we dusted them today, and we kind of own Allegiant Stadium, so let's just keep that going. Let's go back there and do that again. But this Chiefs team, if the last 2 weeks are any sign of what's to come, good luck, AFC. Not too good, but good luck because the Arrowhead Invitational is back on the table. We're not in a position yet. We've got a ways to go. We've got a lot of games to play yet. We're only week 7. I'm here for it. I know you're here for it. Trying to make sure I don't have anything else I wanted to share with you guys tonight. Just watching the Falcons and 49ers go at it. It's a fun game, Sunday night game. It's kind of a defensive battle. They're kind of not, or haven't been, putting up a lot of points. I'm not sure where they're at now. But your Chiefs are back. Be secure in the fact that they're in good hands with Andy Reid and Brett Veach and Patrick Mahomes. And the last 2 weeks are not an anomaly. The last 2 weeks are the Chiefs starting to show what they can be, what we knew they could be. It's 20-10 for the 49ers right now. Showing what they could be and the potential that they had to be this season. Derailed, like I said, by some immaturity by one player, by an injury to another player. Man, Christian McCaffrey's a beast. He's just going off. Now imagine this team, if we had traded up above Sky Moore to get Alec Pierce. I think Alec Pierce is just a great receiver, great deep threat. Would have been nice in our system. But a player we could have had, no trade, no nothing necessary. We could have taken Jonathan Taylor instead of Clyde Edwards-Helaire. How different does our running back room look right now? How different does our Super Bowl mantle look right now? Is it the same? Do we have one more? Do we have two more? Do we have one less? Do we have none? I think we have at least one more. I think we do. We don't lose them close. We lost them by big gaps, but we have never had a running back like him since, Charles and Priest Holmes and Larry Johnson, guys like that. We haven't had a running back like Jonathan Taylor. If he keeps going the way he's going, maybe ever. We've had some guys that are close to that. We had Priest Holmes was amazing. Larry Johnson had some moments, had a little short spell where he was dominant. But Jonathan Taylor's looking like the real deal, looking like he's bound for the haul. And he could have been ours. But Clyde came aboard, got a couple rings with us. Everybody loves him. He's back now. He's in the practice squad, I think, but he keeps going up and down the ladder. Hunt got nicked up this week, so let's see what happens there. We might have to bring him up and give Hunt some inactive time. Not sure if that's going to happen or not, but we'll see. I'm going to check the Chiefs roster to make sure before we bounce off of the show here. Right now, as it stands, let's go ahead and I'll share it with you guys. We can look at it together. Present screen. All right. Sharing. Right now, come on now. There it is. Okay. Position. Obviously, Worthy, Thornton. I wanted to tell you guys, too, go back and watch the clip. Watch the game if you get a chance. If you go rewatch the game, there's a moment. First of all, cheers to another win and a shutout. First shutout in the regular season in 14 years. First shutout at all in 9 years. Counting playoffs. And both were 30 or 30 plus. There was a drop. There was a deep ball by Patrick Mahomes. And it's a concern of mine. It's a great throw under pressure. Had to throw a little bit earlier than he wanted to. Should have been caught. It should have been caught. First, I thought it was pass interference. Watched the replay. Their DB was looking back. He made a great effort. The problem was not the effort of the DB. The problem was not the throw. The problem was, and I told you guys this a few weeks ago, when I watched Tyquan play, I'm thrilled by his speed, and I'm frustrated. And I hear my old coaches in semi-pro not yelling at me. We had one receiver who was a quick kid, but they're yelling at him, stay off the ground. Every time he catches the ball, he wants to fall down. And the ball was thrown. Patrick couldn't put exactly what he wanted on it. Thornton had a step on the guy. The ball's coming in deep. It was probably 40-plus yards. And as the ball's coming down, he starts his fall to the ground before the ball gets there. And it goes off his shoulder pad. I mean, if you turn and reach your hands up, or you turn and jump and catch it there are so many receivers. Devontae Adams catches that ball 1 billion% of the time. Jamar Chase catches that ball. Rashee Rice probably catches that ball. Stop falling down, dude. Stop falling down. Because if you fall down and a ball goes off your pad in a playoff game and you tip it to the defense and it costs us, I'm going to lose my crap, dude. I'm going to lose my mind. I think Chiefs Kingdom is going to blow a gasket. You have great potential. You have such great speed. You've shown good hands. Keep your feet. There's no rule that says you got to fall down when you're trying to catch the football. I got to focus on my hands, so I got to give up the rest of my... No, learn to run and catch at the same time. I've seen you do it in college. You had a couple plays in the pros where you did it, but it seems largely with the Patriots, and since you've been here, it's catch means fall. I got to fall down. Either right before the ball gets there as I'm catching it, or as soon as it touches my hands, my legs go out from it. I don't understand what's going on. And I've seen it before, and it's frustrating. It frustrated me when I was playing semi-pro, and I watched guys do it, and it's frustrating me watching the Chiefs that could be such a dynamic offense, such dynamos against other teams. In the fall, like, just kills it. Just killing me, dude. You're killing me. You're making great plays. Don't get me wrong. Love having you on the team. Love what you're doing. Stay on your feet. Fight and try to stay on your feet when the ball's coming down to you. You'll make more catches. You'll make more big plays. You'll make a bigger contract for yourself somewhere. Keep your feet, bro. So it's Xavier, Taekwon. Juju was awesome today. Jalen Rose hasn't even gotten in the mix yet, and this kid might be one of our best receivers, overall receivers. Just in quantity and quality of routes and hands, and he's in the group. Rashee Rice, Nico's, of course, our return guy is extraordinaire. Hollywood had another touchdown today. Jared Wiley was inactive, which was disappointing. Robert Tunyon's is wallowing in the practice squad. I'm not sure what he is or isn't doing in practice that's not getting him dressed, but it is what it is. Noah Gray, and he's got 2 inches on Noah Gray. He's more of a Travis Kelce sized guy, a little lighter than Travis, but he's lean and he's tall. Our line's awesome. Love our line. Love what they're doing. Another start for Jalen Moore. Another great football game. The team gave up 1 sack. Praying for Josh Simmons, Father. In the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear God, please watch over Josh Simmons and his family. Whatever they're going through, help them through it. Help him get his mind right. Help him get his heart right. And when he's ready to come back to us, let him come back to us healthy and strong and ready to go. And, take care of his family. It's a tough situation. In the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen. We don't know what it is. We haven't gotten any information about that. We just know that he's been missing practice for last week and a little bit. So life happens, folks. Life comes at you, Our corner group looks really good. People are concerned. Some people were concerned online today about Christian Fulton being inactive. And I'm of the mind that it's wonderful that we paid a guy starter salary to be on the football team, a veteran corner. He's been nicked up. They say he's been practicing more lately. Okay, that's fine. But here's the thing. If the third-round corner's stepping up and playing great, he's the future. Let him play. We're winning football games. Let him play. Let him learn, because we're going to need him in the playoffs. And guess what? If one of our corners, one of that group gets nicked up, hey, we got a veteran on the bench right there. Step in, pick up the torch. Let's go. Next man up. And the next man up isn't a rookie that's been sitting waiting to play. So Fulton, healthy, somebody gets nicked up down the road, he should be ready to go. He should be ready to roll. He should be chomping at the bit. Champing at the bit. That's the actual original phrase. But he should be ready to go. So trust the coaches. Can't argue with 31-0. Can't argue with 30-17 too much either. Let's go. Let's get this thing. All right? Our running back room, Rashard Smith seems to be probably due to the nick up on Kareem's knee or ankle today, but might have already been written in there. He's getting more of the mix. He's getting in there, and I love his north-south. He gets that ball in the open space, and he heads north-south. He doesn't do a lot of – he gets just enough little hip swerve to get around people, to get past people, get through people. He's not wasting time going sideline to sideline. Mr. Fantoof says, honestly, Chiefs winning the AFC West might come down to beating the Broncos on Christmas. It might. The Broncos and Chargers are going to be a problem. We know that. The Bills are going to be a problem. They always are. We don't have an easy schedule this year. We dropped a couple games early that we should have taken, partly because of suspension of Rice and the injury to Worthy and mistake by Travis against the Eagles. Like, we dug a bit of a hole for ourselves. Against the Jags, we had way more penalties than they did. Is it the refs? Was our lack of focus? Whatever. Play through it. Let's go. Back on point. Back-to-back wins again. We're 4-3. Keep this energy rolling. There's nothing wrong with our running back room. Pacheco's running hard. Elijah Smith wasn't even active today. He's a player. He's only 25. Kareem Hunt is nicked up. Let's see what happens next week. Maybe Elijah Mitchell's going to be dressing. Who knows? I like his speed. I like his catching out of the backfield. Could be another Jerick McKinnon-esque guy. And then you're going to have what? You're going to have Brashard Smith. So somebody today, some reporter was trying to say Brashard Smith's the same size as Pacheco. No, he's not. No, he's not. They're the same height. Okay. Pacheco's got 20 pounds on him. Okay. It's not the same back. But he's like 11 pounds lighter than what McKinnon was. He's got similar skill set to McKinnon, Jerick McKinnon, which is nice. But so does Elijah Mitchell, who's a little heavier as well. They're all 5'10". 196 is Smith. Pacheco's 216. Elijah Mitchell's 200. Kareem Hunt's also 216, and he's 5'11". Catches well out of the backfield. He's just a gutsy, bally player. Puts his teeth in there. Throws his face into the fan. And we're playing with our backup left tackle, who's going to be a starter, but there's our backup right now. And he's getting reps in this offense, understanding this offense. Josh is going to come back. Man, we are in the best situation, knock on wood, offensive line-wise at the tackle positions that we've been in a minute. So needle's pointing up. The needle is pointing up. Nick Wright is going to be so obnoxious tomorrow. Unreasonably obnoxious. There might be banners dropping. Tomorrow. Don't be surprised. Okay. Can't wait to see how PFT writes it off. Can't wait to see how, if Dan Patrick even covers it, because he doesn't like to say anything positive about Kansas City. He's a big Bengals fan. I get it. I understand, Dan. It's okay. I love you. You're a great broadcaster. You're an icon. It's wonderful. But you got to hate on the best quarterback in football? Come on. Show some love. Patrick Mahomes, right now, for my money, is leading the MVP candidate race. He's leading the MVP candidate race, and I'll tell you why. Because he runs judiciously, and yet, if we go ahead and look at quarterbacks, people are going to hate this. I don't care. My internet's working really slow, so you got to bear with me, guys. Sorry, I'm not sorry. All right. He is number, let me see here. What number is he now? Okay. Whole first page of runners is finally running backs. Running backs have finally pushed all quarterbacks off of the first page. Let's go. Let's get you guys. Let's share some image with you here. Share screen. All right. We got Jonathan Taylor. There he is. There's that guy. 10 touchdowns, leading the league in rushing by over 100. He's by 105 yards. And he's got 10 touchdowns. Dude, oh my gosh. That's rushing. I mean, he could have been ours. Oh, drives me nuts. Anyway, someday I'll play that. My reaction to Clyde getting drafted. I love Clyde. He's a good guy. Everybody in the team seems to love him. I just wanted Jonathan Taylor. That's all. But I'll take the Super Bowls because who knows? Anything could happen. It might not have gone the way things went. We might have depended on something else might have went. You never know. Changing anything can change everything. Ashton Jeanty is on this list right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12th in the league in rushing. And they did not use him very much at all today, which I don't understand. He's ahead of Josh Jacobs, who's kicking butt for me in fantasy football. And ahead of DeAndre Swift, who's also helping me a lot in fantasy football. But I digress. Going to the next page, and you go down, and there's Pacheco, 271 yards. And then Quarterback, Justin Fields. Quarterback, Josh Allen. Quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. Third leading rusher. Is that including today? I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. But he's at least one of the top 3 quarterbacks rushing the football. Out of the 3 of them, he's got the most rushing touchdowns. And then passing stats, he is, come on, work a little faster. There we go. He's number 4 in yards. He's got 14 touchdowns, just 2 picks, 102.9 quarterback rating. I mean, we have a great quarterback, and he's showing it again. And I think he's trying to claw his way towards his next, his third, what would be his third MVP. He's second in first downs, right behind Matthew Stafford by 1. I mean, he's bumped his completion rating up to 66.1 because the last couple of weeks he's been 70%. Matthew Stafford, 17 touchdowns and 2 picks. He's in the race too. He's not running like Patrick is, but he's throwing it. He's flinging it. They both have 3 40-plus yarders. Dak's got 6 after today. Daniel Jones with 5 40-plus yard completions. Crazy. And then 20-plus yarders. These guys, they're all like 20-plus, and Matthew Stafford's got 30, which is nuts. Patrick and Matthew have been sacked 11 times. 7.3 yards per attempt. I mean, what's he got to do? Okay, he's in the running. We know that for sure. What's he got to do to win it? You let me know what you think. I think he's got to move mountains. He's got to be head and shoulders above everybody, or they're not giving him the MVP, and that's fine because I know what Patrick really wants is the SMVP, or SB MVP. He wants Super Bowl MVP. He wants to get back in it. It is, sir. Chiefs' first shutout since 2016, January 19th. 2016. January 19th or 9th? I can't remember. But it was January 2016. Let me double check that again. Dang it. Making me think now. Chiefs versus Houston versus Texans. It was on the road in Houston. That shutout was January 9th, 2016. I'll put it back up for you since you joined us again. Go ahead and stop that one. We'll share this one here for you. Chiefs shutout. They defeated the Texans 30-0 in the AFC wildcard game, and the game started with a 106-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Niall Davis, who unfortunately fumbled the ball away in a game against the Patriots a week later, and we lost that game by 1 score, and it was a back-and-forth game. They scored, we scored, they scored, we scored. Sean Smith had an early chance at interception, dropped it right in his hands. We were picking off everything that year, and he dropped it. And then later in the game, Marcus Peters, I believe, was a rookie then, rookie your second year, and he dropped one. I think he was rookie. He dropped one over his shoulder. It was a tougher catch, but he should have caught it. So Tom Brady gave us 2 chances to take the ball away that game. It didn't happen. So, and that was also that 2016 shutout to new Chief fans. It was our first playoff win in 22 years. We'd been in the playoffs. We'd made the playoffs, and we'd been in the bye situation because we played so well with Gerbach and with Trent Green, people like that, but we never won playoff games, which was mind-boggling and very frustrating as a Chiefs fan. Not going to be so good regular season, you can't just get on the field and win one game. Well, because guys like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady are going, no, your quarterback's not beating our quarterback. So it is what it is. But now we have that guy. We have that guy everyone wants to beat and can't. Just butter. It's funny, your name is that. The film I just wrapped that we're working on, they're shooting on Arri Alexa cameras, which are awesome. They're using Cook lenses, and these lenses are like butter. It's like the image is so nice. I can't wait for this thing to come out. Let you guys know about it. It's going to be at least 6 or 8 months before they're done editing, probably. It'll probably do the festival circuit and hopefully gets bought up and gets premiered at a theater near you in about a year, which would be awesome. We'll see what happens. If the Texans somehow make the playoffs, could be deja vu. It could be deja vu. It absolutely could be. I was excited for my friend who's a Giant fan today because I was born in New York and I was kind of like, but in Rochester, not New York proper. And I've always kind of had a soft spot for the Giants. I rooted for them when Eli beat Tom Brady twice. It was very fun to watch that because we were not doing those kind of things back then. We were very disappointing back then. Tap my championship ring for luck. But I thought the Giants were going to – I was like, gee, man, look at what you're doing, because I didn't see the score. I was at a dinner with friends, and I saw the score, and they were killing the Broncos. And in one quarter, Bo Nix just put on his best Elway routine and just cut him up, won the game. Their field goal kicker missed a single in the clutch moment. Now, our guy misses some singles. That's his biggest grief. My biggest grief is he misses singles and short field goals. He hits everything big, but he hits things late. He doesn't miss game winners and game tires, things like that. But this Giants kicker cost them because we should have been going overtime and watching some free football. It didn't happen because they give the ball back to the Broncos, didn't play defense very well, let them get in field goal position real quick and kick the field goal and win. Congrats on your Chiefs win, says Just Bought It. Oh, I can show these. I forgot. It's StreamYard. It's kind of cool. Congrats on your Chiefs win. My Packers got the win. Parsons game, 3-sack game. Good for him. Josh Jacobs, third straight game with 2 rushing touchdowns. I know this because he's in my fantasy league team. He's on my team. One team is called Danilo's Daring Team because that is my first name. And the other one's called the Thundered Animals. He's on one of those teams. I have DeAndre Swift on both of those teams. I wish I had Josh Jacobs on both, but he went for my pick in the other league. But yeah, I love me some Josh Jacobs. I like Ashton Gianti, but I don't know what a couple of years ago the Raiders were thinking letting Josh Jacobs out of the building. I'm like, you absolutely let your best player for the last 10 years out of the building. And you're lucky to have him, Packers. You got one hell of a back there, and he's not old. So kudos to you. They let go Aaron Jones as he was getting hit in 30s, and they replaced him with Josh Jacobs. What a wealth of riches at the running back spot. So kudos to you guys and your franchise, who I like to say we are likened after the Packers. The way the Chiefs are run now is more like the Packers have been run for the last, 30 years, at least since the Brett Favre days. Might be more than 30 years now. God, I'm getting old. And this beard doesn't help because for my role, I had to let everything grow in gray, and I get to see how much gray hair I can actually have in my beard. I normally dye my hair in my beard, but dang, dude. We had the best running back room for 45 minutes when we got JJ and Stilla Jones. 100% you did. And I was like, Aaron's not going to be sticking around. That's not going to happen. There's no way they're going to make one of those guys take a back seat. Although, if you played them like us, we have a Pacheco Hunt situation where you don't have to run it all through one guy. But they're bell cows. Those two guys are bell cows. Do I think Pacheco could be a bell cow? I think Pacheco on the Cowboys would be a friggin' beast if they let him run the ball the way they let Javonte Williams sometimes. I think he could do it, but he doesn't get the chance to do that on our team, which is why I wanted Jonathan Taylor, because people were worried about fumbles. And I said, yes, if you carry the ball 400 plus times a year and everyone in Wisconsin and everyone you're playing knows he's getting the ball a lot, you're going to have some fumbles. But since he got to the league, he's not a fumble machine anymore because he's in better competition, better line, whatever. He doesn't get worn down to a friggin' nub anymore. Yeah. And that last thing you put there, let me see. He took less money with the Vikings. Yeah, he wanted to start, right? Aaron Jones. And then you said you think Rico Dowdell is making a case to be RB number 1 in Carolina. He definitely is. And it hurt me today because teams cut Chuba Hubbard. I'm going to keep him. I picked him up off the waiver wire. I'm going to keep him just in case. Insurance. Guys get nicked up. And if Rico Dowdell becomes a starter and they start giving him the huge majority of the reps, guys get nicked up. And Chuba's shown he can play in this league. So I'm going to keep him there just in case. That's my team that doesn't have Josh Jacobs. So this team I have Josh Jacobs on. I had Josh Jacobs and DeAndre Swift did what they did. And then tomorrow night, and I've got a lead. And tomorrow night, I got Nick Chubb playing. So hopefully he's still starting. I don't know what's going on. I thought Mixon was out longer. I'm not sure. Let me double check. Joe Mixon. Let me see. Actually, let me go. I'm not a fan of that guy's name because he's a thug. Texans versus, who are they playing tomorrow night? Seahawks, maybe? Is it the Seahawks injury report? I think it is. Because they didn't play today. Let me see here. Injury report. Yeah, week 7. Texas. Okay, so tomorrow night I've got, yes, I need to accept cookies. Let's go. I've got Nick Chubb. And Houston's outs are Elijah Huzzy. Christian Kirk is out. Did not practice. Questionable to Nico Autry, Jalen Reed. But I thought that he had like a longer term. Is he on IR? You guys know? You can let me know in the chat if you know. I'll just do this in the meantime. Is Joe Mixon, because if he's back in the game, Nick Chubb might not be worth anything for me tomorrow. Is he playing this year? Ooh. Recovering from a serious foot injury sustained in the offseason, has not played at all this season. While he was eligible to return after week 5, it is unlikely he will play again in 2025. Wow. So, I might have a starter in Nick Chubb. That's awesome. Thank you, Braden Schmeg. Thank you, sir. Yeah, it is what it is. How's that game going? I stopped looking at the game. Let me go check the score. If it's already done. Is it already done? I guess it is. It's late. It's 11:30. Watch live. No, watch Espanol. What? Why are you giving me Espanol? I'm not Spanish. Don't let my name fool you. It's not Spanish, yo. Close that. 49ers versus Falcons. Final, 20-10. Okay. What did Drake London do for me? He got me 4 catches for 42 yards, which he had a long time ago and never moved. What did Kendrick Bourne do against me? He stayed at 2 catches for 14 yards. Awesome. He didn't hurt me. Perfect. So the game's done. The day's done. There's one game left. It's going to be Seahawks versus Texans. Both looking for a win. Let's look at the AFC standings right now really quick before we go and see how badly off we're doing right now. We'll share the screen with you all again. Skadoosh. We'll be back in the regular studio at my home on Wednesday. I'll be traveling tomorrow and the next day from location here for this film. Patriots are 5-2. They're above us. Bills are 4-2. We got a game against them coming up. Dolphins and Jets are non-existent, as are the Ravens. Wow. Browns are 2-5. Bengals are 3-4. Steelers are above us 4-2. Colts are 6-1. Colts are leading the AFC right now. That's friggin' insane. So, yeah, the game today, the loss, the Sean Payton-led Broncos against the Brian Daboll-led Giants. The Giants had a huge lead, and they blow up. They let go 30-plus points. Coaching matters. Coaching matters. And Brian Daboll's go-to when he was at Buffalo was make Josh Allen put the team on his back. And Jackson's going to be really good. He's not there yet. It's a lot of pressure for a young guy. Why were you not running the friggin' clock out? You're having him throw the ball when you're up a lot. I think Brian Daboll and their GM need to go. Because if you can't win with Saquon Barkley and you get rid of him, and immediately goes for 2,000 yards and wins the Super Bowl with the Eagles. And then you blame that season on your quarterback, and he's leading the Colts to a 6-1 start and leading the AFC. Maybe you're the problem, coach. GM, maybe you're the problem. Just spitballing. Just guessing. Broncos are ahead of us, 5-2. Chargers are tied with us, but they have a game in hand. We're both 4-3. Jaguars have a game in hand, tied 4-3 again. So we have two teams we're tied with at 4-3, and both of them have a game in hand against us. We're going to play the Bills, who are off and this week, and right now they're 4-2. So if we can beat the Bills, we'll have a game in hand against them. The Steelers are half a game ahead of us because they have a game in hand because they had a bye. So they're only 4-2. So they haven't had 3 losses yet. So right now we would be, let's see, Patriots would be in, Bills would be in because they haven't lost a third game yet. Steelers would be in. Colts would be in. Jags would be in. Broncos and Chargers. We might be on the outside looking in. We haven't played the Bills yet, so until they get their 7th game, it would be us or the Bills that would be in, and the other one would be out, the way things stand now. Luckily for us, seasons are longer than 7 weeks because I think by the time that week 7, week whatever, 18 rolls around, Chiefs schedule, I think we're going to be sitting pretty. I think we got a good chance of taking things apart, taking things over. I'm going to go ahead and share our schedule screen real quick before I go. Chiefs schedule. Last thing we'll look at. So, after ignominious start, losing worthy, lost by 6 to the Chargers. Travis Tipp cost us. We lost by 3 to the Eagles. You don't think that cost us the game? I guarantee you that cost the game, and I wanted to beat them so freaking bad. Then we smoked the Giants. Then we smoked the Ravens. Our wins are not by 2 or 3 points. Our wins are by double digits. We lost a close one to the Jags in the 13-4 penalty game. Then we smoked the Lions, and now we shut out the Raiders. The Chiefs are dominating people. Can we get used to this? Can we do this? Can we keep this rolling? The Commanders, James Reed just got hurt today. So we'll see what happens. Not Reed, sorry, Daniels. Jaden Daniels got injured today, hurt his hamstring. So it might be Marcus Mariota next week. We got some payback we owe that boy for that Tennessee playoff game where he threw himself a touchdown. We got Marcus Mariota potentially on Monday night next week. Then we have the Bills. So we're at home again next week. Damn it. I'll be at the Austin Film Festival. I can't go to that game. Would love to go see the Chiefs play the Redskins. Yeah, I said it. I said what I said. I'd love to see the Chiefs play the Commanders, but I'll be in Texas. The next week is Chiefs at the Bills. Could be cold. November 2nd. Could be a chilly one. That's a Sunday again, so I don't know if I'll be able to make that one. Then we have our bye, in which for my fantasy teams, where I have Patrick Mahomes as my quarterback on both teams, Matthew Stafford will be my starter. And then we have the Broncos, the first one against the Broncos on November 16th. That's at Denver. Maybe I could fly into Denver, see my buddy Mike I haven't seen in years. Mike, if you're listening, that'd be pretty cool, bro. Not going to lie. That'd be pretty cool. Is that a Sunday? Let me see here. So we have November 2nd. Yeah, 14 days, so it's a Sunday for sure. And then the 23rd at 1 p.m. with Colts at the Chiefs. Ooh, baby. That's a big game. That's Mondo big. That's a huge game. Colts at the Chiefs. Maybe that's got to be the game. Damn, November 23rd is going to be chilly at Arrowhead. But that could be the game I got to go to. I'm going to one game this year, at least. I'd love to see them play the Cowboys, but that's, the other way. In Dallas. I've never been to Dallas. That could be cool. Let me know what you guys are doing. Are any of you guys traveling this year? Chiefs played at the Chargers already in friggin' Brazil, for crying out loud. And NFL, not happy with that, by the way. We have the Texans at Kansas City. That could be a big game. That's Sunday nighter. Man, Chargers at Chiefs could be a big one. All these games are teeing up to be like meaningful. So we have Commanders who are going to be tough, even if Mariota's quarterbacking, because they play us well. It's an athletic team. Bills hate us. Broncos, division rival, playing well. Colts leading the AFC. Cowboys just got CeeDee Lamb back, throwing up 40 burgers. Texans usually play us tough with Stroud. Chargers, division rival, already beat us once. Titans, that should be a win. Broncos, not going to sleep on them, though. No friggin' trap games. Broncos, again, division rival. And Raiders, who are going to want payback on January 4th at Allegiant Stadium, where we kick ass, much to their chagrin. Man, there's no walk in the park here, guys. This is a tough schedule to hoe ahead here. Let's see. I mean, Washington Redskins, I'm not sure where they're going to be at with their backup, but Bills playoff caliber, Broncos playoff caliber, Colts playoff caliber, Cowboys playoff caliber, Texans up and down but playoff caliber, Chargers playoff caliber, Titans not playoff caliber, Broncos playoff. We have a lot of tough games then. December 25th could decide the AFC West. December 25th could decide. We could both be in situations where the Broncos and Chiefs are playing to not be eliminated from the playoffs. We'll see how it goes. There's a lot of season ahead. A Bucs loss would put us 1 seed right now. Your Packers, yes. LOL. Do you think we trade for a running back before trade deadline? And then playing in Brazil sucks. The field is atrocious. So, Braden, I don't have the same fears. Let's go back to the big screen. I don't have the same fears and concerns, okay, that a lot of people have about our running backs. When our running backs don't get touches, we can't get mad at our running backs for not doing things with the football that they don't get. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'll never stop saying it. Let's see here. You loved having the Chiefs defense today? Me too. I have it on both my teams. 13 points I got in my league. I don't know how your scoring goes, but it was good. We didn't have a lot of sacks and stuff, but we just stomped them. We stomped them. That shutout is an automatic 10 right there. Thank you, Justin, for the score. Again, I did find it, but thank you for that 20-10 notification. Pacheco and Hunt are awesome backs. They're solid. They're solid backs. They're not Jonathan Taylor, okay? They're not these guys that just can, like, blow games open all by themselves in limited carries. We don't have Gibbs, and I don't think Montgomery's better than Pacheco out of Detroit. I think he's a good back. He gets opportunities. He had a game where he had 121 yards, I want to say, in 12 carries or something like that. 2 of those carries went for 105 yards. And the rest of the carries were like short, little stopped, stuffed, lost yardage, but they kept giving him the ball. And they gave Jahmyr Gibbs, they give Jahmyr Gibbs 22 carries for 69 yards. Like they were running the friggin' rock. You had to honor the run. Then when you get too close, what Patrick did today. Do you understand? This team wins 98% of the games with the running backs carry the ball 20 plus times. Our running backs had 20 carries with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's not like we loaded the run. We did load the run up late in the game as well. We went really heavy with the run. But they already had 20 carries with 6 minutes to go in the third. That means it was balanced. They were balancing the game. Last game, we ran the ball, including Patrick's 29 times. We ran it 29 times. We threw it 30. When we are balanced, good luck beating us. Andy, God love him. Blessed in Chiefs Kingdom. And Nagy, love you, but sometimes they like to lean on the pass. If I was coaching Patrick Mahomes, I would probably feel the same way. Okay? But you can't forget about the run. You can't forget about the run. When you forget about the run, you become one-dimensional, teams sit back, then the turnovers come in droves, like last year. There was a lot of takeaways. But when you're worried about the run, you got to bring guys up in the box, then Patrick has free pass lanes to zip the ball around you. And when you get your star receiver back and you have your full complement of guys, all of a sudden, Travis Kelce's wide open for a 44-yarder. Noah Gray's wide open to go down the sideline. Our running backs are getting more holes because now you're worried about the receivers again. And you go 31-0 on the Raiders, who are a division rival, and that just doesn't happen. But it did today. We're dominating in our wins. We're close in our losses. Our losses are us shooting ourselves in the foot or injuries this year. Injury to Worthy, Kelce screw up, penalties against the Jags. Play clean football. Stay healthy, obviously. That's everyone. And don't make mistakes. Don't make boneheaded mistakes. Now, if it turns out that Kareem Hunt's got ligament damage and they gotta sit him, because I guarantee you, they said, they put some extra tape on Hunt's. Yeah, they put some extra tape on, and they put a little. Let me do that better. In front of my shirt. I guarantee you some of that went into his ankle. That said, you can play through stuff like that when you're froze up. But after the game, when the spats come off the cleat, and the cleat comes off the foot, the sock rolls down, and you see the swelling, and you see the bruising, and maybe you see the broken blood vessels under the skin. If the docs go in there and go, oh, you got ligament damage, you're gonna need to sit for like a while, or you got a high ankle sprain mixed in there somehow, or low. Even an ankle sprain, he could miss a couple weeks, which could mean Elijah Mitchell might come up. This is the thing, people forget we have Elijah Mitchell on our team. He was inactive today, and Brashard Smith is now getting included in the offense. I'm like sitting there going, do I need to like sign this guy from like free agency and my waiver wire and fantasy football? Because this dude got included today and he took advantage. That kid took advantage. His numbers today, let's go back. I know I said I was going to stop doing the show a couple times, but heck, we're having fun. Let's just keep going. Brashard Smith, Mr. North-South. I love the way he's running the football. 14 carries for 39 yards. Not great yardage, but he's making them keeping them honest. You know, Pacheco had 15 for 57 and a touchdown, running like he's mad at the grass again. And then Brashard Smith adds 5 catches for 42 freaking yards, 8.4 yards a catch, outpacing Rashee Rice, our number 1 receiver for yards. Same amount of yards, but yards per catch. Like, this kid's a weapon. So, what are you going to go get a veteran and bring him in and then not let this kid develop again? Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to teach a new guy our offense. I love Breece Hall coming out. He came out the same year as Pop, and knew there's no way we're going to get him because he was first round quality. Okay. Playing in Brazil sucks. Agreed. We're talking about the running back trade. I said to put it up there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more second. That's it. Okay. It does suck. Continue with the running back story. I like the guys we have. I do. They know the system. Okay. Kareem Hunt is due for a ring. He needs to win a ring with us. This kid went through some shit. Okay. People will say what they want to say about what happened. You got to head out. Got to wake up 5:30. Go get it, man. Love talking ball. Take care. Just bought a Go Pack. Go Packers, go. Good luck this year. Hopefully we'll see you guys in Super Bowl. That'd be cool. Love against Mahomes. We owe you guys too after that backpack no call against Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Anyway, guys, it's been a good show. It's been fun. Had a good time. Love talking ball with y'all. I like the backs we have. Let's roll with the fellas we got. I want to see Elijah Smith in this offense. Mitchell, rather. I want to see Elijah Mitchell in this offense. I want to see Brashard Smith grow in this offense. Hopefully Kareem Hunt's healthy. We'll see. I got to go watch the video of Andy Reid after the game. I'm sure he talked about it. But, man, we're in a good spot. We're in a good place. I said check with me in week 7 or 8. It's week 7. We're 4-3. We're balling out. Got another matchup next week, next Monday night against the Commanders. Let's see how that goes. Let's see how everybody else does. Chargers dropped one today. Broncos almost dropped one today. Had a huge comeback. Bo Nix establishing himself as their next John Elway type. We got Patrick Mahomes. We always got a chance. Andy's the man. Andy Reid is the man. We're in great hands with Brett Veach. I love it. I love our team. I love where we're going. I love what we did the last couple of weeks. And as always, I believe in these guys. 2 words, the most important words in Chiefs Kingdom. Go Chiefs.